Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka B.Rich Beauty, aka your beauty best friend. Happy Friday, y'all! Mariah Carey is suing her brother because her brother sued her, and Brandy is being sued by her housekeeper. It's lots of lawsuits today, y'all, but we're talking about that and a lot more. You know what to do. Grab your tea, grab your beverage. Let's go! Beauty Besties, happy Friday, and thank God it's Friday. We made it to the end of another week, sugar. How was your week? Baby, when I tell you this week has been a lot. You know, I was going to talk about it a little bit later in this video, but we might as well talk about it now. You know, I've been watching the confirmation hearing of the Honorable Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, child, and I don't know about y'all, but this week has sent me on an emotional roller coaster. In the words of Vivian Green, I think that's Vivian Green. And I will say this. Cory Booker, thank you, sir, for taking us down to the church house with your affirming speech and your words to Ketanji Brown Jackson, Judge Jackson, okay? Judge Jackson, if you're nasty. Because the way that she was hit with these questions this week, and I get it, Congress has a job, the Senate Judiciary Committee, they have a job to do to vet. But the way they try to vet this sis, who is overqualified for this job and this role in comparison to the last 2 to 3 justices that was shoved down our American throats, was disgraceful, dishonorable, and you know what? Not surprising, because as we know these days, the audacity is on clearance. The caucasity of things is literally buy one, get it all for free. And so the amount of composure, the amount of grace and poise that this intelligent, black, magical woman kept during these hours and hours of, and here's the other thing. They could not find anything really good, so they harped on the main 3 buckets that they felt like they could dig their heels in and talk themselves into circles, did it all for theatrics. Yes, I'm talking about Ted Cruz and his performative and theatrical things, and Lindsey Graham storming out, and just all types of just blatant privilege, and just unfortunate that in 2022, people now get a chance to see how you can be the most qualified next to counterparts that don't look like you, and you still get treated like less than, or as they brought up during this confirmation hearing, the 3/5 rule back in the day when the Constitution was written, okay? And yet this woman has earned her place. And thank you, Cory Booker, for saying she earned her place of being there and getting through this. And fingers crossed that next week we will have the very first Black female Supreme Court justice on the bench. And I'm just excited. I don't know, I got proud every time I watched it this week. I had the chills. Cory made me cry. Listening to her answers made me prideful. Seeing her parents in the audience, seeing her loving husband and her daughter. Oh, she's already a friend of my head. Beauty Besties, I don't know about y'all, but the Honorable Judge Ketanji Jackson says, if you need makeup, you need your beauty best friend, you call me, sis, and I will come a running, because literally she is the sister, the auntie, and everybody else that I never knew I needed as a friend in my head, and she is that right there. So how did y'all feel watching it this week? Because, you know, again, when we see these attacks on such well-qualified people of color, it does something to us as people of color, having to watch someone within your own community and race be attacked. And so what are your thoughts here? Tons of memes have been posted this week on the glaring differences between how they treated, their candidates versus Ketanji, and also critical race theory. Like, how does that have anything to do with her judicial methodology? Like, for real. So anyways, it's been a whirlwind of a week. I am looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to decompressing a little. I got a little tease for y'all. I got something good coming to y'all for this Sunday's video. We're talking about spring trends, and I have a special guest this Sunday as well. So you definitely want to tune in for Sunday's video, because we're talking more spring trends. So baby, we got a lot of good makeup content coming your way. But are y'all ready for these hot topics? Let's talk about it. Well, a man that lives in a province in China, and by the way, I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the name of this province because I'm not going to butcher it like the butcher shop, and I'm not going to do that to y'all or to me, okay? But the man that lives in this province was most recently bit by a snake. And I know you're probably thinking, Beauty Best Friend, why are you talking about some random man living in China about being bit by a snake? Don't snakes bite every day? I'm assuming they do. However, it's not about this bite. It was how he got bit. This man bought 3 bottles of snake wine to utilize the medicinal properties to treat his son for chronic illness. First of all, did y'all know snake wine existed? Because I didn't. Second of all, the man had the bottle of snake wine unopened for over a year, and he said he went to open the bottle to give his son the first dose of the snake wine, and the snakes came alive from the dead child and one bit him. First of all, the man is okay. He got treated for the venomous snake bite and he's alive. But what kind of Jesus of Nazareth he rose on Easter Sunday-ish is this? What kind of mummy resurrection? How did these snakes come back to life? And you know, now some people are saying that snakes can actually survive in alcohol for extended amounts of time. And other people from like wildlife conservationists are saying that that's a lie, that snakes can not only live for extended amounts of time in water, but definitely not without food, oxygen, and water for extended amount of time, let alone over a year in a jar. So I don't know who to believe here, but I believe that, you know, if we can have a tequila and a worm, then why can't we have snake and wine? But again, I can't help but think a few additional things. Where does one go to buy snake wine? Does somebody go to their finest winery, or are you going to your finest apothecary and you're walking in talking about may I have a bottle of your finest snake wine, you know, from 49 AD, the year of our Lord? Because if snakes are coming to life in some snake wine, that is Jesus of Nazareth type of ish. That is, he's treating the blind, okay? And I now need to know, did this snake wine work with helping to treat his son's chronic illness? Is this the new thing? Are we about to be covered in the snake wine instead of covered in the blood? Are you about to use it to anoint thy forehead? Or did the son just end up drunk over the snake wine because the snake wine, the snake had been fermenting in wine for, you know, God knows how long? It's just all the questions for me. Now, have y'all ever had snake wine? Have y'all ever heard about snake wine? And do y'all believe this snake wine came alive like mummy resurrection? I mean, Easter is right around the corner, and baby, they said the revelation child was coming at some point. And I could believe it between the Omega, the Omicron, the Lambda, the Delta, and the Alpha. It all feels kind of problematic. So maybe we need to all try to find us some snake wine. But this man got bit by dead snakes that came alive. I can't make it up. I can only report it. But y'all ready to move on? Let's do it. And child, if you have not heard any types of foolishness this week outside, you know, the confirmation hearings for Ketanji Brown Jackson, let me throw this one your way. So there's a Brazilian singer by the name of Polka, who, by the way, went down to the Spotify and Apple Music to look her up. She got some cute little songs. I might be in this house listening to some Brazilian music and Portuguese child very soon. But she recently went to the hospital because she refused to pass gas, and or fart in front of her boyfriend. Yes. And not only did she refuse to fart in front of her boyfriend, she went down to the TikTok, you know, TikTok University, and she learned that the people on the TikTok was telling her to ignore the gas pains that she was feeling and the discomfort, and I guess she did so until she couldn't anymore. So she went to the hospital because she said she was in excruciating pain, and when she got to the hospital with her boyfriend and the doctors told her, you ain't nothing, you are fine, sis. The only thing you got going on is some trapped gas. It's better than being trapped in the closet like R. Kelly or trapped in jail, but she has trapped gas. So now she's saying, ladies, fellas, and anybody and everybody with partners, y'all let wind in front of your partners so that way you don't have to be embarrassed by having to go to the hospital over it. Now, here's my question for y'all. Y'all pass gas in front of y'all significant others, or y'all holding it in? Because I know we all been there, right? When you dating somebody or you over to a sneaky link's house, you know, I learned a new word this week, that, you know, you don't necessarily want to pass gas. You might hold it, or, and which I don't know why she didn't do this, or you just excuse yourself and you go off to the bathroom, you go around the corner, you let out a few, you take a little extended walk someplace and you come back. But sis said, She was holding it in. So now, again, back to y'all. How many of y'all hold y'all gas in, or do y'all let it rip? And if y'all are holding y'all gas in, please take a page out of her book and know that you do not want to go down to the hospital over some trapped gas sugar. Let it go. Let it go. Take you some Gas X. I always keep Gas X nearby, just as a little tip from your beauty best friend to y'all. Keep some Gas X nearby, and or some Tums. I am in a singing mood today, apparently. It's Tums. Keep you some Tums nearby. Keep you some Gas X nearby. So therefore, if you're in the space where you feel like you can't let it rip, you could pop you a few Gas X and help dissolve and break it up down inside, child. But that is the worst pain to have, is some gas pain. Gas pain will have you going to the hospital think you got having a heart attack too. But let's move on. Y'all let out the gas. Don't hold it in. Well, the vocal Bible herself, Brandy, is catching some heat. Side note, the Jasmine brand also reported on this, and they in the actual description, they called her the self-proclaimed vocal Bible. Brandy, when has Brandy ever self-proclaimed herself as the vocal Bible? I feel like it was the fans' disservice by calling her the vocal Bible. Y'all know I feel some kind of way about that title, the vocal Bible, child. But I did not come here to dispute or debate, I did not come here to debate the vocal Bible with y'all Brandy fans today, so don't come after me for it. I came to report the news that Brandy is apparently firing folks because they're old. Her former housekeeper is suing her for $250,000 for wrongful termination and basically age discrimination. Now, her housekeeper by the name of MARIAH CAREY, aka Elizabeth Juarez. Side note, housekeeper, why she got two names? That don't seem suspicious to y'all? I mean, I know it's Hollywood and all, but let me find out Hollywood is Hollywooding so much so that your housekeeper even got a stage name to keep your house. Anyways, I'm gonna call her Maria for the purpose of this reporting today. So Maria is saying that Brandy fired her because she's 60 years old, and that Brandy said that she didn't want somebody that old working for her anymore. Now, she also went on to say that she's worked for Brandy for 20 years cleaning Brandy's home. And so my question goes to of the fact of, isn't California like an at-will state? So even if Brandy decided to wake up one day, and I'm not saying that this is right, if this is true, this is actually very wrong. But how do we know that it's age discrimination versus Brandy just waking up being one day is like, I might want some hot young toddy in my house cleaning with no shirt on. Like, it's her choice, right? It could be her prerogative. But the housekeeper is saying that not only did Brandy fire her because of her age, but she's also missing 2 days worth of pay, that Brandy refused to pay her. And also those last few days, she was not allowed to take her breaks. She was not allowed to take her uninterrupted 2 10-minute breaks and her 1 uninterrupted 30-minute meal break. By the way, if she's working 8 hours a day, isn't she entitled to an hour lunch and 2 15 minutes? I don't know what the laws are in California, because, you know, California is its own country. But Miss Maria was working for Brandy for $125 a day. That was her day rate to keep Brandy's Calabasas mansion. And not only was she keeping the house, she was cooking, doing laundry, and cleaning. And let me find out that $125 gets me cooking, cleaning, and laundry, because that sounds quite affordable. Now, Brandy's people are saying that they disagree and that this is not true, and that they're only going to speak on it further once they talk to Brandy's lawyers. Now, aren't they supposed to say this isn't true? Now, here's my thing. Y'all think the vocal Bible is capable of firing somebody based off of the age? Or do y'all think that, you know, Miss Maria, aka Elizabeth Juarez, is trying to get a come up? Now, because, you know, she's 60 and she got fired, do you think she's reaching for this $250,000 in terms of this settlement? Because she's saying it's also causing her emotional distress. I'm trying to figure out how 2 days worth of pay equals a $250,000 claim against Brandy. We shall see what turns out and what Brandy people says. But I just wanted to let y'all know Vocal Bible is being sued, y'all, because she not paying folks. I just wanted to let y'all know the Vocal Bible is being sued, y'all, because she's firing folks for alleged age discriminations. But I just wanted to bring y'all, you know, the tea about Miss Brandy, especially for all the Vocal Bible fans out there. Let's move on, though. Well, the whistle singer herself, Mariah Carey, is now back in the headlines. She's asking the courts to make her brother reimburse her over legal fees from his defamation lawsuit. So for those that may not remember, Mariah Carey wrote her memoirs, and in her book, she talked about her brother and her sister, and her brother filed a defamation lawsuit against her because he's saying that in the book, she painted him out to be a violent person, said that he was in the system, and all of this has impacted his day-to-day life, given him emotional distress, and also damaged his reputation. Okay, reputation damage. I get it, sir. I don't know. This man has been like a model. He's like a trainer. He's in the industry, so I guess reputation damage. Okay, we'll go with it. He also mentioned that in the book that Mariah alluded that he tried to extort money from her as well, which was not true. I could probably believe this, but we'll continue on with the story. So now my thoughts are, is Mariah asking for the courts that make her brother pay back the legal fees? Because these legal fees probably have to be astronomical, more than an average person can even afford to pay. Is she doing it to be petty? Because if y'all also remember correctly, her sister also sued her as well, and now Morgan. So her siblings have come after her for money over multiple things, right? But this book was really like the straw that broke the camel's back for them, and they filed lawsuits against her. So her asking, because the defamation lawsuit was thrown out, her asking for her brother to have to pay her legal fees, is it petty, or is it petty Mariah trying to stand in it and, prove a point here? Or is she just trying to, do what most people would do in terms of when they win something? Because we all know Mariah does not need to be repaid for these legal fees. So to me, this feels like she's doing it to prove a point to her siblings and to kind of be petty. What do y'all think here? Because low key, high key, and all the keys in between. Have you seen her siblings? They look like they need every single penny that they have. So Mariah winning this, this judgment, if she does win it, what's she planning on doing with this money? Go out and buy, another all red ball gown or prepare for Christmas of 2022? I don't know. But on that note, guys, I gotta go. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave me a comment. Most importantly, check those notifications and make sure they're turned on so you don't miss out on all this good old melanated magic over here. Who loves you? I do. Have a great weekend. Bye.